Okay, if you're a pharmacy owner or a compliance officer anywhere in the US, there's a deadline coming up that could, quite literally, bring your entire operation to a grinding halt. So today, we're going to break down this DSCSA Exception Handling Crisis and give you a real, practical survival guide.
You're going to want to circle this date on your calendar, April 2026. This is the moment everything changes. It's when full FDA enforcement of the Drugs Supply Chain Security Act really kicks in. The grace periods, they're over. And the digital rules of the road are about to get very, very real.
Just imagine this for a second. A critical shipment of life-saving insulin shows up at your pharmacy. It's the real deal, it's been kept cold, it's perfect. But because its digital paperwork has one tiny error, it's legally dead. You can't put it on the shelf, you can't sell it. This is a pharmacy's absolute worst nightmare, and believe me, it is happening right now. So, how does perfectly good medicine suddenly become legally unsellable? Well, the problem isn't with the drug itself, it's with the data. And that, right there, is the heart of what we're calling the exception handling crisis. This brings us to the core of the issue, what I like to call the digital logjam. I mean, think about it. Our physical supply chain is an absolute marvel, right? But the digital one that's supposed to support it, it's kind of fractured. And that disconnect is exactly where good medicine hits a brick wall because of bad data. So let's define our terms here. What exactly is an exception? Well, it's any time the electronic data file, that's the EPCIS file, which is basically a digital passport for the drug, doesn't perfectly match the barcode on the physical product. We're talking about something as simple as a typo in a lot number or a missing serial code. Doesn't matter how small the mistake is, the result is the same. The product can't be verified, and it gets stopped right at your door. And this, right here, really shows you the shift we're facing. What we used to think of as just, annoying little admin glitches in 2025, well, come 2026, those glitches become serious, costly compliance violations under full FDA enforcement. The stakes have been raised, big time. And this is not a small problem. We're talking about thousands of units of medicine sitting in quarantine right now all across the country. The drugs aren't bad. Their digital records are just broken. And that hits your inventory, it hits your cash flow, and most importantly, it hurts your patients' access to the medicine they need. So how in the world do you fix a data problem this big? Well, the answer isn't working harder with manual checks. It's about working smarter with technology. And that's where something called the proactive tech Trinity comes into play. These are the three pillars that are going to fix our broken digital highway. You've got digital twins, which are like an early warning system. You've got IoT sensors, which keep the data honest while it's in transit. And you've got a blockchain ledger, which gives you an unchangeable source of truth. Together, these things stop the logjams before they ever reach your pharmacy. All right, first up, digital twins. Think of this as your early warning system. These are AI-powered systems that get the digital paperwork, that EPCIS file, from the manufacturer before the truck is even loaded. The system pre-scans it, compares it to your purchase order, and flags any mismatches hours ahead of time. So you can fix the problem at the source, not on your receiving dock. Next, you've got IoT sensors. These are like the integrity checks along the product's journey. At every single handoff point, a sensor scans the product and performs a digital handshake. It's just verifying that the physical item matches the digital record. This creates this continuous verified chain of custody, so you know the data doesn't get messed up in transit. And finally, the blockchain ledger. This is your absolute source of truth. Every scan, every digital handshake, it's all recorded as a block that's cryptographically linked to the one before it. This creates an unchangeable or immutable audit trail. So if an error does somehow get through, you have this unbreakable record to instantly prove the drug's origin, make a compliant correction, and get that medicine on the shelf. So this tech, it does more than just fix bad data. It totally transforms your entire workflow. It moves your team from being reactive, always putting out fires, to being proactive and preventing them from ever starting. Let's just look at it side by side. The old reactive way, it's a mountain of manual work when the truck arrives, which leads to quarantines and hours of paperwork. The new proactive way is all about pre-verification, automated alerts, and instant fixes. It's really the difference between chaos and control. And the impact on your team's time, it's just staggering. I mean, look at this. This chart shows the dramatic drop in hours spent on manual paperwork. That is time your team gets back to focus on what actually matters, taking care of patients. And listen, this isn't just some theory or a future tech fantasy.
this is being put into practice right now. Organizations are using these exact strategies to bridge that huge data gap between global manufacturers and local U.S. pharmacies. And the goal is simple: make sure the verified data always gets there before the drug. So let's make this super practical. What does this look like day to day? Here's a simple daily checklist your team can use to stay ahead of this and keep your patients safe. Okay, here are 3 steps you can build right into your daily routine. Number 1, pre-verify incoming data. That means before a truck even shows up, your system has already checked the EPCIS file. Number 2, isolate mismatches instantly. If that digital twin finds a problem, you get an automated alert so you can start working with the wholesaler right away. And number 3, consult the immutable ledger. When you go to fix that alert, you're not digging through paper trails. You're using the blockchain to instantly verify the product's history and authorize a fix that is 100% compliant and audit-proof. And this all brings us to one final, really crucial question. I want you to take a hard look at how you operate today. Right now, is your team's precious time being eaten up by paperwork instead of being spent with their patients? So, what's your biggest headache? Is it the constant data mismatches or the endless back and forth phone calls and emails to fix them? Look, the digital revolution in compliance, it's here. The question is no longer if you'll adapt, it's how. And you don't have to get left behind.